In fall of 2002, El Shaddai Christian Ministries stepped out on faith and answered the call to feed my sheep. That call to action began when pastors Dr. Jimmy Lee and Lawana Lee were recruited by City Church of Kirkland to start a food bank that would serve the needs of several South Tacoma neighborhoods. Armed with the knowledge of need and facts from the Tacoma Pierce County Department of Health, a group of volunteers, mostly teens and young adults, began the awesome task of feeding many of the needy residents that live in the Lincoln Heights, downtown, and South End neighborhoods. Initially stocked by the City Church of Kirkland Social Services Food Bank, El Shaddai, also known as the Empowerment Center, started the unenviable task of recruiting grocery stores to stock our shelves and tables. In those early days of 2003, with little storage and no refrigeration, food had to be distributed as it came in. As word spread and people were served, donations of refrigerators and freezers made our operation smoother and more efficient. As our growth continued, a walk-in cooler and freezer were donated by the Social Services Food Bank in 2005. This was added to our facility, a former auto repair garage in South 45th and Pacific in Tacoma, Washington. What started out as just a distribution of produce, bread, and pastries morphed into a distribution of not only produce, bread, and pastries, but also eggs, dairy, canned goods, meat, deli items, dry goods, household items, clothes, shoes, and appliances. As the food bank grew, so did our circle of clients, which included faith-based organizations that feed the needy and homeless, small food banks at area churches, and the local Boys and Girls Clubs, an outreach that serves not only South Tacoma, but also East Tacoma and rural Pierce County. The question arises, why the Boys and Girls Clubs?
The mission of the Empowerment Center is to empower individuals to acquire and walk in abundant life. Therefore, we're concerned about youth and their families. The Boys and Girls Club serves the kids of the working poor, and it's been brought to our attention that the USDA will not reimburse them for feeding children older than 12. They're expected to fend for themselves. So we're able to subsidize their food budget by making donations to them weekly, which enables them to stretch the money that they have to feed all of the kids that visit the club.
What started out as a weekly 80-mile round-trip jaunt to Kirkland City Church expanded to over 30 weekly pickups at area stores such as Albertsons, Safeway, Costco, and Marketplace, to name a few. This labor of love, performed by over 50 volunteers, who on the average volunteer up to 20 hours a week, some do more, keep the food bank going and growing. After all, our motto is, Give!